Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another stream of this Global Hack Weekend. Global Hack Week. So, welcome today. I think this is the last day. I'm not sure, but yeah, welcome today to another stream. Thank you for being here with me this morning. So, let me see if this is actually the last day, or we're going to see something else. And no, actually, this is not the last day. Right? No, is it? I don't think so. I think the closing ceremony is tomorrow. Tomorrow is the closing ceremony in Monday. So yeah, we're on the almost last day of this Global Hack Week. So thank you so much for being here. As you can see in the title, we're going to try to integrate some data APIs with React. So usually on my streams, I try to keep like 5 minutes of span to talking about like the GitHub Student Developer Pack. So let me just share my screen. And yeah, so welcome today. And if you're a student, this may interest you. So now you can see my screen. So this is the GitHub Student Developer Pack. The GitHub Student Developer Pack is a toolkit that GitHub gives you for just being a student. So basically, it's a digital toolkit that is almost valued in like $3,000 or $2,000. I don't know. So yeah, you have tons of experiences. So if you want to learn how to become a developer operations or a DevOps, you want to become a mobile app developer or machine learning data science, like this month where we're enjoying the Argus data. So if you want to learn a little bit more about data science, how to use SQL Gate, Datadog, some clouds, how to build data applications in the cloud, you can use data science and machine learning. You can flex on your skills on data collection, cleaning, analysis, visualization, programming, and machine learning. Also, if you're preparing for your next interview, you have the career readiness experience. If you want to build your next web page, you want to design it in Figma or anything like that, you have a lot of tools that you can use with the icons pages that GitHub gives you access to. Also, if you want to start a stream, you can use the virtual event kit. Also, if you want to create a hackathon, you have the hackathon in the cloud experience or the introduced web dev experience. Like you have a lot of experiences, and yeah, as you can see here, also you have tons and tons of tools that gives you GitHub gives you. So if you want to create your first web app or if you want to create your portfolio, you have three domains like Namecheap. You have also name.com and tech domains. If you want to create, I don't know, if you want to host your Minecraft server with your friends, you can use DigitalOcean. Start your Minecraft server. You have like 200 credits in the platform, so that's like 3 to 4 months of hosting. Also, if you want to create applications in the cloud with Microsoft, you have Microsoft Azure. If you want to create applications with computer vision, with cognitive services, if you want to create to use virtual machines, if you want to use some of the Microsoft AI models that are already built, so you can use them. If you want to just use a new IDE that is not Visual Studio Code for your favorite programming language like Python, JavaScript, or anything like that, you can use JetBrains. If you're preparing for your next interview, you can use Educative. That is basically a cool web page that can help you to level up on training code skills. So also, if you want to host your API, you can use Heroku. If you want to keep learning some things about data, you have DataCamp. You want to create your web page, but you don't know anything about web development, you can use Bootstrap Studio. That basically is a drag and drop application that helps you to build to build a web page. So yeah. I think those are the 10 minutes. So another cool thing that you have with GitHub is that you can use GitHub Code Spaces. That is the thing that we're going to use today. So GitHub Code Spaces is basically hacking in the cloud or programming in the cloud or basically building your next application in the cloud. So as you can see, you can just go to your repository, then click into GitHub Code Spaces, and after clicking it, you are going to be joining into your code space. It basically is Visual Studio Code, but everything is going to be running in the cloud. You don't need to worry about anything that is hacking in your computer or using your computer resources or anything like that. So you have the full power of your favorite editor. So if you like JetBrains or Visual Studio Code or Jupyter Notebooks, you have everything that you need. Um, so yeah, basically you have CPUs from 2 cores to 32 cores. So you have like almost 64 gigabytes of RAM. You have developer environments and any machine. You can use it everywhere if you like extensions or you have your favorite them or your favorite activities or your favorite extensions like Prettier, Live Server, or anything like I don't know, a Game of Thrones them or Barbie them or anything like that, you can use them. And also, if you ever build anything like a web application, an API, or anything like that, when you run it, you in your local computer, you always see that a port is open. So that port is going to be executing all your web application or web API. So this is the same thing. You're going to be opening a port, but in your browser. So yeah, this is GitHub Code Spaces. We're going to see it in a minute. So basically, what are we going to do today? So we have been building a data visualization app with Polygon.io. That Polygon is an API. But first, let me read something that is in the chat. So it says, "This code space is different from it, like an online IDE. Like Visual Studio, you can also run in your browser." Yeah, you can run in your browser. Basically, it's Visual Studio Code. You can run it in your browser, but the difference is that you can customize code spaces. Like imagine like different customizations for your own Visual Studio Code, but in your own code space. So we're going to see it in just a minute. But yeah. So basically, this is Polygon.io. Polygon.io is the API that we're using. That we are building a data visualization app with Polygon. Polygon is a stocks information API, so you can run it in Python, JavaScript, Go, Java. So it has a lot of information. It has a lot of utilities. The utility that we're using today is stocks. So the API gives you valuable information from each stock. It gives you information about the closing price, the opening price, the highest price, the lowest price, and things like that. So if you want to know information about like the stock price of Apple, you can use Polygon.io for knowing that. You can get access to information from like 2 years ago, the value of 2 years ago to I think it's in the free version you can do it like yesterday or like 2 days yeah, like 2 days previous from today or anything like that. So yeah, so some of their application are making data visualization apps like candlesticks, technical indicators, snapshots, API ticker details, trades, and quotes. So yeah, you have a lot of information. You can do a lot of things. So we were building uh, a data visualization app with this. So this is my profile. If you want to follow me, I will share with you the GitHub profile in the chat. So let me go to the repository. So we were building the real-time data React app, and this is the code. Let me share with you the repo so you can fork it. So after forking it, you can just go here, go to code, you're going to see something like this window that says local. So where you want to go is to code space, and there's going to be a green button here that says create new code space. So just click it, and I'm going to click my already built code space. So it says silver happiness. So as you can see, it says something like setting up code space, and after it says this, we are going to see that there's something already building in, like basically is Visual Studio Code. But this Visual Studio Code, like I said, is already custom. Is like this Visual Studio Code is customizable. So as you can see, I have my Barbie Hammer uh, Barbenheimer extension. So you can see that I have GitHub Copilot, the Spanish language bag, Barbenheimer, them. So yeah, like we have a lot of things that we can install here. Also, all of your favorite languages are already installed, like Python, JavaScript, Go, Java, and things like that. So you don't need to worry about configuring your environment. You should be ready to go. Just when you open anything, please close all these windows because we were using a lot of things. So let me close all the windows. So basically, we're using Next.js. Next.js is a framework from React. And as you can see, we have a lot of things here in our folders. So the folder that we are using for the application is called real-time currencies. So in this folder, we have a lot of things like .next, node models, and public source app, and things like that. So don't worry about all these folders, all these files. The only ones that you need to worry about is these ones. So the first one is git ignore. Git ignore is just a file that indicates Git which files and folders we want to ignore. So they are not marked in the Git flow. So yeah, this is basically the git ignore folder. So we're ignoring some folders and files like the node models, pnp.js, the coverage, that next, build, and things like that. So don't worry about this. The other file that you want to know a little bit more is the package JSON. So if you ever use Python, as you know, Python uses package manager called pip, and when you want to work with others and you have a lot of dependencies, usually you create a requirements.txt file. So basically, this is the requirements.txt file. We are indicating all of our dependencies that are here. Also, we're using our scripts, and we're using like the name of the app, the version, if it is private or not, the scripts that we want to use. And this is the same thing, but you don't need to worry about this. Also, you don't need to worry about the JS config or the next JS config or anything like that. The next thing that we are going to see is a public folder. Public folder is basically a folder that you're going to use for storing your assets or your static files like basically PNGs, JPGs, SVGs, and things like that. So yeah, this is a public folder. So the principal folder that we are using here is a source/app folder that basically is where all of our application is. So we have the icon of the page, the global.css that file that we are using here. This is basically a file that indicates all of our CSS that we're going to use. Layout is something that we're not going to touch today. So basically, the layout is where we put all of our metadata and like our root layout and things like that. So don't worry about this. You don't need to use it today. So page.js is where we are building all of our application, is where we are storing all of our information, where we are fetching the information from the API. And yeah, so also page.models.css is the page where we're storing all the CSS from the page.js information. So yeah, basically we have that, and this is all the things that you need to worry about. So if you already are here, the first thing that you need to do is to move to the folder. So the name of the folder is real time currencies. So we should move to real time currencies. After doing this, we should run the npm I command that is going to upload all of the like download all of our dependencies. And after doing this, we should run the command npm run dev that is going to execute the Next.js application, and it's going to share a port. So GitHub code spaces, like I said, have ports. So you can go to the port window and just go to the port 3000 and just click into opening browser. And you're going to see that it's going to be connecting to the forwarded port. And after it, you're going to see that we are waiting for the app to upload. So let's just wait a little bit and see if we can see our application or if the application is dead currently. So yeah, basically, I don't know why it's not loading. Oh yeah, so we have everything right here. I don't know why that image is loading so slow, but yeah, yeah, I don't know what is going on. I can imagine that it is basically because it's the first build or anything like that. So yeah, this is our application that we are building. Um, in this application, we have like the stock info of Apple. So basically, we are fetching all of the information, and we are using a chart library called Apex Charts. So let me share with you a little bit of Apex Charts. So this is Apex Charts. It is already installed in your code space, so that you don't need to worry about installing anything. So we have Apex Charts. Apex Charts is basically a React library for, well, a library from JavaScript that is available JavaScript, Angular, Vue, and React. We're using the React version. So basically, in Apex Charts, we can build any kind of charts like lines, areas, columns, bar, mixed, range area, timeline, phonon, candlestick, and so on, so on, so on. So the one that we're using is lines, and we are using a basic line example, or well, a assumable time series. So we're building basically this a stock price movement, and yeah, basically that is what we're doing. So as you can see here, we have the same thing. We have the stock info from Apple. Um, in the left bar, we have the value from the of the stock, and on the right bar, on the x-axis bar, we have the timestamp of each value. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, yeah, I think there are like 100 values. So as you can see, currently the first value is well, the last value is lower than the first value that we get. So we have a script that decides whether to display the meme from stonks or really not stonks memes. So yeah. So what do you think we jump into the code and see how this is working? So yeah, let me share with you the tab here, and let me go from the start. So basically, the first line that we are seeing here is use client. So use client is just a keyword that we use in Next.js to indicate that we're going to render in the client side, because Next.js is a framework that uh, is its main purpose is to do server side rendering. So if you don't know what it is, we can talk about it a little bit later. But the only thing that you need to know is that we're using client side rendering. So we're rendering things in the client server, or well, in the client side. And yeah, so that is the keyword use client. So when we execute client side rendering, we should use this keyword, use client. And after doing this, we have also the imports of the things that we are using in the page. So the first one is image, that basically we're not using image. I think so. Yeah, I think we're not using image. So we should be using image here. So let me just change this to image. And yeah, I hope it doesn't die. Yeah, it died. Huh, interesting. Okay, so basically we have also styles that are the CSS of the page. Also, we have two hooks, use state and use effect from React, that basically are some React hooks. We're going to talk about hooks later. We're not using results, so let me just quit this. And we are using a component that we created called line chart. Let me just reload this again because it died. And we have the yeah, those are the dependencies that we imported here. So after it, we initialize a function called home. So we have these things that are states. So if you think about states, or what a state is basically, you can imagine as a variable that is trackable, and React can handle that variable to try to display it whether it changes or not in the current occupation. So basically, we declare state with an array with a constant, an array of values, where yeah, an array of how can I say it, like arguments. Yeah, so the first argument is the name of the variable, and the second argument is just is a function that uploads or updates the value of it. So if we have an n value, we have a set n that basically is a variable, is a function that can update the value of n. And we can initialize a state however we want. It can be a number, it can be a string, it can be an array, an object, or things like that. So yeah, so we have, for example, the state of the songs and set of songs. So this state stores the value of the string where our image is, where our song image or not a song image is. Also, we have a stock info, that is a state that stores the information that we fetch from the API. We have the options state, that is an object that we need to pass to the line chart component so it can display all of the values. And in this options object, we have chart, that basically has gives an ID to that chart. Categories, that is the information that is displaying in the x-axis of the application. So all of these that we are seeing here, down here, all these numbers um, are basically the x-axis information that we're displaying here. We have also series. That series is the blue information that we have here. So as you can see, we have all this graph. So all the graph is built with the information of the series. And yeah, so let me continue with this. So then we have the use effect hook. So basically, use effect hook is a hook that receives two arguments also. The first argument is a callback function, or basically it's a function that we use every time that something happens here with the use effect, and what is going to happen, or when this use effect triggers. So use effect triggers whether something in this array that we pass as a second argument changes. So because we have nothing here in this array, we can just pass an empty array, and it's going to run every time the page reloads, or every time the page is loaded again. So yeah, so this is the first function that we declare in the use effect, that is the get info function. So the get info function tries to call to the API. We have an API key, and we have the kind of query that we want to run from the API. This query gets us information from Apple. It gives us information from the 1st of August to the 2nd of August of this year, and gives us information from minutes. So we get information from We get 120 have 120 elements in minutes of the stock value of Apple from the 1st to the 2nd of August. So yeah, that is the data that we're fetching. And also after fetching this, we're passing the data to state where it is more readable. Then we set then we update the stock info state with the data that results. And after doing this, we have another effect that looks into the stock info. Like I say, this array indicates this effect. Hey, run until something changes, and this something is right here is stock info. So after stock info has already changed, we use another function called field chart. So we first create an object that is a copy of the options state that we have. We make a categories array copy and a series array copy. And after getting all of these, we execute something like, hey, is the stock info already filled? So if it is already filled, slice that array of information from 0 to n. That n is an argument that is the state that we have that indicates basically how many elements we want to put in the graph or in the chart. So we lock the item, we push the set category, we push to the state of set categories the item.t, and also we push to the series copy the item of the, well, I mean, we first push the categories copy and the timestamp of the item that we have. And we pass it to in a function called set category. That basically set category takes a timestamp argument and converts it into a new date value. And after doing this, we use a series copy. We push it into the categories copy, and then we do the same thing with the closing value of the items that we have here. And after doing this, we get a console log to the categories copy and series copy. Then we upload the categories copy into the options copy, and we do the same thing with the series copy. And then we update the state of options with the copy of options that we created. And yeah, this is how we fill the chart. After doing this, we have already like our JSX values here. So we have three buttons that you can see here that are the uh, Apple, Google, and Microsoft buttons. And after this, we have a conditional value that a conditional display that says, hey, do I have already updated the options state? So if I have already updated this, then that means that uh, I have a categories field, the categories array fulfilled with something, right? So it must have a line greater or equal than n. So if that is true, we display all of the line chart. If not, we don't display anything. And yeah, that is what we have here. So yeah, I know that it's a lot of information to process, but basically this is how it works. We're using AppChart for displaying the chart. We are using the Polygon API for getting all the stock information or the stock values information. And we are using the use effect for fetching that API and pass it into a state that can be stored and displayed into our application. So so yeah, that's it. That's where we were building this week. And after that, we have we can see more information with the API. So let's just run into the API, and let me go to the get started page. So as you can see, we have a dashboard. So how you can claim your API key, you can click into dashboard API keys. You click into API keys, and you can see your API key. So after doing this, you can just go to the RESTful docs because we're using the REST API from Polygon. So you can see something like this: Stocks API documentation. The Polygon.io Stocks API provides REST endpoints that let you query the latest market data from all US stock exchanges. You can also find data on company financials, stock market holidays, corporate actions, and more. So yeah, you have a lot of information here. So like I said, you need to create an account here for authenticate yourself, and you can use this this API for whatever you want to build. If you want to build aggregates or repeat daily or daily open close, previous close, trades, last trade, quotes, MBO, last quotes, etc., etc. So yeah, this is market data endpoints. You also have reference data endpoints, and also if you want to do it in real time with WebSockets, you can do it. But right now we are just using the aggregates part of the API. So basically, you can pass this to have information about any stock you want. Like if you want it from Spotify, Apple, Google, Microsoft, you can indicate the name of the stock here, and you're going to get the information from that stock. So you have the stock sticker that basically is the symbol of the stock. You have the size of the timestamp multiplier. You have the size of the time window. You can have a window of days, seconds, minutes, hour, week, etc., etc. You have the first date from when you want the information to get started and when you want until when you want it, right? So also you have the options if you want it sorted instantly, if you want it true, if you want a limit, if you want it to be just 120 or anything like that. So yeah, if you want to run it like this, you can just click into run query, and you're going to see that you have an object like this. You're going to get some results. And these results basically, I mean, the first time that I did it, I didn't understand anything. So yeah, the first, the only thing that you need to worry about are the O that displays the opening value of the stock, C that is the closing value of the stock, H that is the highest value of the stock in that timestamp, L indicates the lowest value of the stock in that timestamp, T is the timestamp of the stock that indicates well basically the timestamp or the time where you're consulting that. And yeah, you just need for now you just need to worry about those ones. And if you want to instead of fetching from days, if you want minutes and you want 125 if you want 125 informations or responses, you can just run it like that. You'll have a great big object. So as you can see, we have a lot of information that we can use for our graph. So there's a lot of information, and we can call it like a data API. So we are going to see how we can integrate this API again into our application here, because the next thing that we wanted to do is to, for example, this is the chart for Apple, but I wanted to continue with this and just try to make something like, hey, if I press the Apple icon, or if I press the Google icon, or if I press the Microsoft icon, then I want to change all the chart, so I can get the Google information, the Google chart, the Microsoft chart, and so on and so on. So yeah, what do you think we jump into try to do that? And also, I think we already managed to work with the stonks to with the stonks image. I think the function is already done. So yeah. So for getting all the information, we should first investigate which one is the Microsoft stock symbol. So let me search Microsoft stock symbol. So it is MSFT. We can go again to Polygon. And instead of Apple, we can use MSFT. Minutes, I want it from the so this is displaying in years, months, and days. So I want it from the 1st to the 2nd of August also. Minutes, and I just want 120 values. So I can run the query, I can copy it, and I should go here, and instead of doing that, I should just create another state const uh, stock queries or stock URLs, comma set stock URL. So we first create a user state with user set function. Then we are going to create a new object. This object is going to have the URL for each stock that we are going to use, or each stock symbol. So we have Microsoft. So we have MFT. It's going to be equal to this. Then we have Apple. So this is equal to the current one that we're using here in the first use effect. Right, so we have stock of Apple. And then we have a Vicky. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, don't worry about it. Just copy and paste it here. Well, we can use API key like another constant, another state. So we can declare the const API key equal to this. So we have Microsoft, then we should have also for Google. And let me search the Google stock symbol. I think it is ABC or alphabet. So it's Google. Blah blah. Let me go again here. Here this, and instead of this, let me search Google, run query, and copy this and just get it into the code. All right, so we have Apple. Then let me go to Google. Let me share the. Let me put it here. And there we go. We have already 3 fetch APIs. So I want it to be dynamically something. I should get other state like for const um, current like current stock and set current stock is equal to user state, and do another thing called this one is Apple. So blah blah. We should use. Then we should go here into our data, and we should fetch dynamically mm, the stock URL of the current stock URL of the current stock. So we're just accessing to the Apple value, and that should work, I think. So let me see. We have here and the API key, and it shouldn't be a dynamically API like this. And we should do the same thing for each one. So let me change it. I don't know what's going on here. So yeah, just copy this and go here again. API key and so we have the same thing. We have API key and API key. And yeah. Right, so we have everything already set. So everything should be ready to go. So the next thing that we should worry about is to try to fetch the same things. And whenever we change the current stock value, we should run again the fetch, right? So, so we can use another use effect for getting that. So we should add another use effect. Let me just hit this and run another use effect. We're going to pass a callback function or an empty function, and we're going to pass an array, and it is going to be the current stock. So whenever the current stock runs again, we're going to run the fetch. So to run the fetch, we should use this, the get info API. And instead of get info, it should be something like upload info, update info, some function update info, and should first clear everything that we have. So const, set, um, set what? So we have, so we should first empty the stock info, the current info that we have. And the stock info at the start is just an empty array. So we should say that set stock info to an empty array. And after doing that, we already cleared that, and we should add again this so we can fetch again the current stock, then JSON data, and then we upload everything. And after doing that, we should be ready to go. I think so. So, all right. So we have these three buttons. So we should get the on-click functions. So whenever I click this, I want to run the click. I want to run the set stock to Apple, and do the same thing for. And let me use spaces. Do the same thing for Google. Google. Do the same thing for Microsoft. XP. And let me just go into the end and go into the start and format the document. And oh wow, let me just get these like this, and let me just format a little bit more. The same thing for each one. These. So we have button click, and we have the class name, we have the image, we have I told you it's Microsoft and image in the bottom, and now let me go here, try to format all of this. So just a little bit more and interesting. Okay. Mm, okay. So can we format all this? I don't know what it's not itself. But I think now we have everything formatted. So set current stock Google, and let's wait until the changes have been uploaded. This takes a little bit. I don't know why it takes so much time, but yeah. So let me just go into the terminal, try to cancel it, go again, return the URL again, compile it.
Aún tengo mucho que aprender.
What the fuck? What is going on? So loading check it. Ha ha ha. The ha super happiness call stack. So let me open the port here. Mm. So we have a webpack error. Window is not defined. Node models, Apex charts. I think it is still taking it's time to load itself. I don't know why. Hmm. Sometimes it doesn't work because of the Apex charts. But the thing here is that the error doesn't appear here. It appears just in this terminal. So we have window is not defined. Node models of chart. Compile client server successfully. So we didn't move anything, to be honest. We just uploaded the API that we were fetching from the URL. So let me go here and try to search. Um, so blah blah current stock URL, and the current stock is equal to a string. So we have the Apple's current stock that is. Oh yeah, it already is. Too many re-renders. Window is not defined. Node models. Window is not defined. All right. So what is going on? Uh, huh. So let me just comment this. I'll try to load it again and see if this works. Hi Indigo, how are you? Good morning. Oh well, I don't know. Here it is like almost 9 a.m. So yeah, which hours in your time zone? So basically, if you're coming, if you have just joined to the stream Indigo, we are currently getting another error that we're trying to manage. So the only thing that we moved from the code is we used another. We tried to keep with the application and use the stock URL and set a stock URL for getting dynamically the APIs from each stock symbol. So we have Microsoft, Apple, and Google, and This was the only thing that we did. We didn't fetch the data from the stock URL on the current stock, and yeah, that is the only thing that we are using here. So let me just, for the purpose of debugging, try to see what is going on here. So we go again here into the use effect, blah 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 blah, and try to fetch this. No, better. So we have here this. So it should be working. Take it equal to the API key and too many re-renders. No found error boundary. Too many re-renders and renders is not behind. So it looks like we're doing a loop here. So let me use the old one to try to chat to use ChatGPT to ask if something to. So we are doing something wrong here. Um, can you find the error in the code? Um, blah blah regenerate. So can find the error in the code. Huh, interesting. Interesting. Hmm. So then what is going on? Maybe there's a lot of data to render for three stocks. But we're just fetching when it's like we're just fetching for now. We're just fetching the Apple data. Also, we're right now it's like hard coded. We're fetching like just the Apple data, and it looked like recently we used it and it was displaying itself. Um, so yeah, I'm trying to see where is the loop that we caused. So we have the use effect, we have the main class style companies, but on a click, set current status to Apple. Haha. Right, let me just quit this. Try to run it again. And compiling the compiled event. So it is compiling. So it is it immediately gives the error from the window is not defined. So did we put anything wrong here? So let me see if it is the API key that we are using. I'm putting getting something wrong. Let me see if this is the API key in Polygon. Go to API keys, try to copy these and paste it in the pages. So I think it is the same thing. Yeah. Okay, so let me just reload this again. Too many renders to the reg limits the number of renders to prevent the infinite loop. Too many renders. Once again, uh, let me into GPT. Okay, so let's just debug this again. So we're fetching this get info. We're getting the get info. We have the stock. We have the stock info. Mm-hmm. All right, so we have cuts data, series, current stocks. We have stock URL, API key, but I don't know why it is re-rendering so many times. So we have the buttons and click set current stocks to a Apple. So hit this. Render this again. You see if we have something wrong. Yeah, it was that. We were running infinitely. Yeah. All right. So we already got it. It was the button. I was rendering. I was calling about in the wrong way the function, so it generated an infinite loop. So yeah, so we have already this. So I should handle just the button, just create a function to handle the button. So let me just go here, try to uh, hit this again, and before continuing to this, just use instead of this uh, stuck, uh, stuck URL, stuck URL of current stock, and let me try to fetch this again. Uh, Something's wrong. So what's this? So internal at home, internal layout, stock URL is not a function. Oh, sorry for that. The URL of current stock. So current stock is a string, Well, I mean, yeah. Mm-hmm. All right, so yeah, we fetched the value. Awesome. Awesome, so we got it. Thank you so much, Shinta. See ya later. Yeah, the other was later, I'm pretty sure it was a longer Python code, and then this I get check the answer, but this React app is keeps saying that you could hear it. Yeah, I don't know why. All right, so let's just continue with this. So we already managed to do the dynamically fetch. The other thing that we need to manage is that we should create a function to handle the change. So we should create just const. Well, first we should use the use effect here. You can comment this and then const something like handle click and pass an argument. Yes, and the handle click button should be something like the set current stock to a string. The symbol symbol It's on click. We should call the click. We should handle click it. Um, handle click with the symbol that it should be handle click and should be Apple, I think. Should do the same thing for everyone. So let me just go here, then do the same thing. But instead of using Apple, we should use Google and Microsoft here. So let me go again. Did we break something? Oh yeah, we reached the limit of calls to the API in this minute. So let's just wait a little bit more until we have more API calls. So we should wait 1 minute, just 1 minute to continue here. And blah blah. Yeah, I think now we should be able to do. No, I closed the put spaces. Sure, and spaces. Put spaces. Share the screen because I closed this. Yeah. So let me add it to the stream, and now we are able to see this. And so the start button should also have another thing here. So start button on click should be like gray. Start button on hover should have this background color of gray or white or anything like that. So now we have black. Instead of getting black, we should have something like this. And well, let's see if we have something like this. But yeah, we're not running anything. Hmm. Then what is going on? Ooh, an apple. Mhm. Let me share this again. No, this one. All right, but if I use hmm, hmm. All right. Yes. I something. Yes. So, all right. Yeah, I think we got it. So these are our buttons, but hmm. All right. So let me just go again here. Try to change the CSS of this because I think we're not hovering it. We're not hovering them. So stack button hover and also the cursor. E O cursor. Oh, okay. So hmm. And also you should just go again here and go to the page and try to handle click and handle the symbol. Try to console unlock symbol and we just respect this, compute it, error. Oh, it is console and okay, so let me just go again here. We're having Apple first, and then we have Google. So it's undefined. Hmm. Well, I mean, it changes, but it doesn't change like I want. So let me share the screen again because I think I'm not going. So let me remove it and share the screen here and go to the entire screen. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So basically, what I'm seeing here is that uh, when we click it, it doesn't update like itself. So we first start on Apple, we get everything that we want from the Fetch API. Then we have the options and the state, and then the series array. So we should upload also the options. So that should be a thing. So let's go here to the page. So yeah, I didn't think of that. So blah blah. Then after clicking to the current stock, we should also update the options array. So for doing that, we should first set the options to empty, I think. So first we should set the options to an empty array. Set the options to these, all of these. So what is going on here? So we have options and oh yeah, I mean we have everything now. Set options. Let me quit this. So we have set options, and after setting all the options, we have these. Right. Uh, I mean, so should we re-render this again whenever we click this? Because the array is updating itself, but it is not restarting. Hmm. Hmm. Interesting. Yeah, I think we should re-render it again. Okay, so let me search how to re-render a thing, a component. How to re. Okay, that's ChatGPT. How can I re-render a component after I click a button? The most modern from how digital re-render when you has to render a component. For clicking a button, you should typically need update to save props and high component details. My component on the click a high counter. Uh, um, uh, all right, so we have do we have the set counter? Hmm. Um, can I render a curve in new info? Here's a picture of how options to have a render chart series by updating the options and series properties in the chart component. Here's you can chart options, chart options, tier series, and series. Update chart. Hmm. So the thing that we're okay, so we inspect this, and when we go to the console, and the array that we are printing is hmm, so which one? Which one is the array? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's hmm. So we have series and categories. We have this have something like this, and let We also just try to quit all the items that we're printing in the slides so that we need them right now. So let me just cancel. So server cancel lock option series options data. Uh, this right, we have an error. Now I'm stated stock info. All right. Hmm. I see. Hmm. All right. So what is going on here? So we set the options to the empty options, then we have the options copy, and it's a copy as of copy series of zero, then data, then series copy. So hi Tintin. Hmm. Interesting. So we have the options copy, categories copy, series copy. Hmm. The thing that I don't understand is so. So I name it their Apex part. If you want to change the chart at runtime after it has rendered, you may call the following command: render. The render is responsible for drawing the chart on the page's primary returns promise. Mhm. So how can I uh, render a Apex chart in the Hmm. So I think I'm not passing it correct because it is in the state of of the stack info, but I cannot see the options. So I have the stack info and see also the options. Hmm. Right. So, so let me just cancel log the information of options so I can see a little bit more the detailed information. Hmm. All right, let's see what are we doing here. So we have to create. Sorry if I'm a little. I'm not talking like today. So I want to see what is going on here. So I have to know current state. Haha. Hmm. Series. Oh, the state series. Yeah, the x-axis is never cleaning itself, and neither the series are. So we have a problem here. So what? See what are we doing? Mm, so yeah, I think we can handle that with just another state, and with that we can just not need to worry about that. I think so. Right, so we'll need another two states for this. So const categories, comma set categories is equal to an to use the state of an empty array. And do the same thing for series. Used series and set series. Also, it's in empty user state. So, all right. So we first, instead of using a options copy, we can just use um, series, right? So we have option series that has. So we should first set categories to an empty array, and do the same thing for set series. For doing this, we can just go here, categories copy. Instead of using a categories copy, we don't need it. So yeah, so yeah, we need them. So instead of using categories copies, we should say that it's going to be series categories and same thing for series. And categories copy dot push category item ha 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 categories copy ha categories copy and categories copy. And then instead of doing this, we should just use categories, set categories, set categories to category copy. And the same thing for the series, set series to series copy. And with that, you should be able to see now categories, just categories. And series is series. And categories is this, alright. Oh, categories is an array. Uh, what is in loop? Yeah, we're pressing this. Hey, now I'm instead. Haha. Hmm. Mm-hmm. What is going on here? Right, so we have set categories as an empty element. Haha. I think we should just change this like this. Let's try this again. Why do we have an array here? Hmm. Oh yeah. I got categories and series. Yeah, now we're seeing changes. And all right, so now we're seeing everything, but for the change, how we can handle this? Because so we handle this by just changing to Apple, and after changing it, we get the stock info, and from the stock info we do the same thing. So yeah, but we're not cleaning it. We're just apping it. Okay. Hmm. Mm, all right. So first an empty at the same time. Series. After doing this, let me see if we managed to. Nope. We're still getting that error. Huh. So we're receiving the updated data, but the options are not configured for the new data and can, yeah, that is the main problem. We cannot re-render that, but I don't know why. And we are fetching like two times, or well, we're updating the arrays two times whenever we click into the buttons, but I don't know why. So we have, yeah, so as you can see, we have series and categories. We're fetching like two times. I don't know why. And it's not my mouse because if it was a double click or anything like that, we'll be selecting things in the editor here. So yeah, we have first set categories, set series and categories, copy, set copy of these. Mm, what? All right, so as I can see, first we have, uh, oh yeah, I think it is because it rendered two times. So first we have categories. Yeah, they both start empty. No, they don't. They already fetched. So, hmm. Yeah, in the first time they're already filled out. Huh, interesting. The thing here is why it is not starting itself out. Hmm. So let's see if that can help us today. Hmm. I'm trying to first empty my states and then update them. After that, I'm trying to first empty my states and update it, and after that, follow that they are not complaining itself. It looks like you're trying to update your categories and series state with a function. However, since the state update is has to synchronize the implementing the state arrays and then setting them and work. The current for categories category. All right, the bold lines categories are not actual new copies of the array. They are still referenced to same address. All right, which means that. All right. Oh yeah, that makes sense. For a moment. All right. Do we have something in the state? No, we don't have anything in the state. So hey, now in the state, but it doesn't have anything. So, hmm. Have categories? No, we don't. No, we don't. We don't have anything. We don't have anything in there. Mm, then why are we not seeing anything? Social use instead of categories. Serious. Then what is going on? Oh, it's because we don't have information from the API. All right. Right, so let's just wait until we have access to the API again. Okay, so we have categories and we have series, and they are in the state, but we're not passing them to the options. So what happened when I click these? We have options, and we have two arrays. The first array doesn't have anything, and also categories doesn't have anything. Why it doesn't have anything? It's my huh. The hey unknown state is from the field chart. Mm. So we do have category this. Oh, right. This is the series copy. All right. So this is series copy, and then the categories copy. Right. So whenever this changes, we should instead of using this. So, forget info. All right. Again, let me just think. I'm trying to debug this part. But so is comma great. So unlock figures and I mean series. Yeah. So looks like we don't have access to the API again, so we should just wait again and try to get information. Yeah, so this is a problem with the API and try to render anything constantly. We're ending up our alternatives. So, hmm, I'm trying to see why we're not getting the information in there, right? So we already got it into the copies, but we're not seeing it into the information. So like here, like here, we already have something, and because we have something, we can ensure that also we have options. If series was modified, it means that we also have options here. So we have in series, but in the series data we don't have anything. Why is that? Didn't we update this? Huh. All right. So we do have series, but it is not updated in the categories one. So what is that? So mhm. All right. So I suppose instead of passing this as the options, we can just pass it as this, right? So what happens is that if I ignore this, instead of doing this, I'll pass this as why do we use stock info? Why are we using stock info? Stock info. We are not using stock info. No. Oh freak. My bad. So we're not using stock info, so that shouldn't be there. But let's try to see. So, so my chart component, so chart, so let me ask then, so if, so series a prop of chart, it appears that it might be a big directive, elaborate series data is provided directly within the options of the series. Hmm. What is going on? What happened? I don't know. Option series data. Oh yeah, because we don't have anything. Oh yeah. So let me just do this again. And looks like we now are able to see that. Should be. So yeah, we have. So the thing here is that we do have series, but we're not updating series in options. And I don't know why options is not following that series. So let me see here. Let me pass the code again. Huh. So imagine I have this code. So when I update the series in I, this effect, I don't see changes. So this is why this is because blah blah. So this is the use effect. And this is the, so you try to use this hook to make an option state and you're evaluating how it is based on the stock info dependency. However, it's just seeing the changes in the charts. But the issue here is that initial on the option state, you're directly referencing the state which is initial on empty array. This means that when you update the series state with use effect, the changes won't automatically propagate to the options state because the initial options which is already constructed with them. To address this issue, you should separate the options and series states. Here's how we can do it. Uh, all right. Um, hmm. So instead of being a state, no, I don't know what you did. So instead of being a state, we can just use a constant. Options is equal to it, and we have option, we have chart. Okay, so let me see the demo because we have the state of the series and we have also options. So it said that we need to separate them. So let's try to do that. And then instead of using this, we should pass just series. The thing is we can just go here, use this and this. We have options format everything. Select and format. Go here again. So we have option for ha. Right, so can we pass just series as series? Oh, but we have categories. So we have options and categories is equal to categories. And also we have categories here. Yeah, we do. In categories at the start is just an empty array. Hmm. So we have get info and series, and can we pass this line chart as a series? Options and series. Series is equal to series. And then we go to line chart and state options common series. And it should be here, and series is series. The options is a series, and series is this that we're passing this. Passes an array, and do we have something? Oh yeah, instead of being this, we should be using the series separator of zero. Uh, well, let's just ignore this part for now. putting type or t value. In t value is in the right. So now we're getting like thousands of errors. Oh, putting type t value to variable no constantly. Where is this coming from? Options is mark is required in R, but it is values undefined. Mm, okay, so we have options. We are passing options. Oh yeah, but are we passing them? Yes, we are. We're passing options, and we're passing options like this. And do we have options? No, we don't. We don't have options. So we have options. We have something like this, and options you have chart and x axis. All right, so I think now constant here. Uh, what workspace to have function get info, and we have options. Have options here, and I forget to add another one. And we have the info about all right. So we have the options bar and we have the XID, but we're not passing anything. So we do fetch this, we fetch info, and we have the stock info. So we should run console.log stock info. And do we have the stock info? Yes, we have. Supposedly that you may include data properly in the series. And yeah, I did not. So series should be okay. So series is not a we, we need the name code to Apple. And it's an empty array. Right, because we have option series name data. All right. Yeah, that is an empty array here. And right here, we should, instead of doing this, we should use set categories. And set series to this. Mhm. Yeah, so we ended up like unfortunately we already feel get the end of the time and we didn't get to the problem. But well, let me just commit the changes so you can continue working with the problem. I mean, I'm sure that I can upload the problems already solved when I solve them. So thank you so much for being here. I think this is my last stream here in this Loja week. So thank you so much again. I'll see you in the next time. Thank you so much, Indigo. Thank you, Shido. Thank you, Tintin, for being in the streams. And yeah, have a nice Loja week. And I'll see you in the next time. And now you have Abdullah, who is going to have. a preview of the today's stream. So thank you so much.